greetings from MEHAR board and MEHAR community. My name is Rekha Vaishnav, and I'm founder and director of MEHAR, which is a nonprofit organization committed to utilize art to spread awareness around mental and emotional health. And MEHAR stands for Mental and Emotional Health Awareness Renaissance. Many of you must be knowing today is October 10th, and it is celebrated as World Mental Health Day. And as a part of our celebration of World Mental Health Day and our commitment to promote mental health awareness, I am extremely honored and excited to welcome you all in this virtual session to begin a conversation that relates to many of us, but only few will take an initiative to express themselves. And this is a slightly different format of talking about this extremely important topic, which is mental health. We are very excited to have three presenters in today's session, and they all have made incredible contribution to promote understanding of mental health within our community. So, our first presenter, Dr. Smita Mahajan, registered homeopath in Ontario, and she's currently working with CAMH, which is Center for Addiction and Mental Health. And she's working as medical editor. She is also pursuing further education in learning personal evolution modules from well-known psychiatrist and homeopath, Dr. Mahesh Gandhi from India. And also, she has treated many cases of minor and major psychiatric disorders with homeopathy. So it's really honor to have Smita to talk about mental health perspective from the homeopathic background. Our second presenter is Elena Girder. She is a grade 9 student, right, Elena? Grade 9?
No, I'm in grade 10.
Grade 10 student, and she's very active in school, sports, art, mainly dance, and acting is also her passion. And she's also actively involved in community services, and she is very passionate about contributing time and efforts for mental health cause. And she is a very helpful volunteer of MEHAR too. And the third one also is a student, and she is a grade 11 student, Mitali Guruji, and she has a passion for poetry, and she has used poetry and monologues to talk about mental health to the students in her school. And the focus of her poetry and scripts is mainly mental health of youth and adults going through challenges of living with such conditions. She's passionate about spreading hope and awareness. And it truly feels very encouraging and optimistic to see such passion in our young generation like Elena and Mitali. Kudos to you girls. So I just mentioned that mental health is still considered to be stigma and taboo, and people are generally not comfortable in taking any initiative to talk related to even mild depression or anxiety. And so I'm going to bring the presenter who is going to throw some light on some of the mild and minor mental health conditions, which also impact our quality of life. So my next, I'm going to invite Mitali to present a monologue, which is originally written by her, and then it was modified by Mehar to present it in today's session. This is not her personal story, and it does not have any connection with the real person. We developed this script in order to make it easy and interesting to understand the depression among the young population. So, Mitali, floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and my greetings to all on World Mental Health Day. I thank MEHAR for giving me an opportunity to do my little part in the celebration of today. And I believe many of you must be parents. Some of you may be parents of teenagers like me. But have you ever thought of the struggle that someone this age might be going through? I'm here to present this monologue about a conversation between an imaginary girl and her parents. This is fiction, neither my story nor the story of someone else. Let us say that this is imagination of the real struggle the young individuals go through, a struggle to start a conversation with their own parents, to say that he or she is not okay. So let's call this girl Aisha. After several weeks of sleepless nights, anxious days, Aisha gets the courage to have a conversation with her parents. She begins, Mom, Dad, I want to tell you something very important. I finally have the answers to the questions you ask me. Being a teenager is hard, but I have the answers to the questions you ask, the answers to why I don't talk to anyone, why I'm always so busy in my room, and why I haven't answered these questions before. For once in my life, I'm not going to lie, not to you, my friends, or to myself. Without any pause, she continues to tell more. She discloses the reasons for being a certain way, like dressing up for school, putting on so much makeup, or dressing and putting nice and expensive clothes as if she was going to meet someone, or as if today was a special day for her. She finally told the truth. The truth was totally different from what was seen. She did not like to kill her toes in those uncomfortable, toe pricking Converse or put on 50 pounds of makeup until she couldn't even recognize who she was. But in her low, helpless tone, she said, Mom, but when I don't, she makes fun of me. He rates me, and they all notice, and that is not okay. She continued with a sigh. Mom, Dad, why do you keep asking me why I got a B on my math test? I did. That B is buzzing through my head, constantly nagging me for being so sweet to my friends, sting me for how I am, sting me for not being perfect, and sting me for having no friends, and sting me for being like this. How can I study when these are the only things going through my head, and that is not okay? Mom always asks me why I never hang out with friends and why she has never any stories to tell or the fun things she did at the mall. But how can she tell stories when they give her nightmares? Nightmares that they don't like the pair of jeans she is wearing. Nightmares that her hair isn't pinned straight. And her dad never understood why she was always in her room all day long. She's not always studying and she's not always on Netflix or talking to friends. But the truth is that when she doesn't, she was in her room all day long thinking why my eyebrows aren't on fleek, why no one at school talks to me, and what the latest trends are. And not to just follow these trends to make sure she's not the laughing stock at school, because when she is, it hurts. And that is not okay. Why can't her parents just understand that these feelings aren't normal? One day she feels as if these feelings are as small as a bee, and the next they're as big as a bear, but they just don't understand. Aisha kept talking. Mom, Dad, listen to me. I'm still me, but just feeling different. You both always tell me that I'm your little princess, but guys, you lost her years ago. Dad, Mom keeps telling me that I should write my emotions on a piece of paper, but how can I when I don't know what is wrong with me? It's like the happy girl you know is asleep, and I don't know when she's going to wake up. But sometimes I feel like for the sake of you guys, I should just pretend to be happy, but I can't. I want to be happy, but I can't. Mom, Dad, I'm not okay. Please listen. But you won't understand because I don't, and that is not okay. And that was the story of Aisha. Thank you.
Wow. I mean, what an incredibly powerful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, this is the conversation, and this is the conversation. This was around the onset of mental health challenges at such age. And many of us, and few of us, or some of us, have seen this happening in the families that we are related to, or the families that we know. And I think it's a very important thing that, like, we must start that conversation with our parents, and we must try to kind of explain what's going on, why I don't feel that something is not right. So, girls, sometimes it is kind of, a lot of tremendous pressure that teenagers are going through. And many times there is a communication gap between parents and them. And at that time, if they don't find any friends in the school or around, I think parents have to be really friends with them. And this is what like we wanted to really talk about today, and we wanted to find out like how best we can spread awareness around these kind of issues which people are often witnessing but they are really ignorant about it. So, and I am still me is a powerful sentence, powerful statement. We use that in MEHAR, the theatrical project. Actually, the title of MEHAR's theatrical project is "I'm Still Me," because "I'm Still Me" is like okay, doesn't matter even if someone is diagnosed with anxiety disorder, someone is diagnosed with bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, personality disorder, or any addictions. But in spite of that, that person, that individual is, it can be mother, can be a daughter, can be a ninth grade student, can be a father, can be a young person. And at least don't take away those things from that individual because that individual is diagnosed with something like schizophrenia or something like bipolar disorder. So I am a mother, I am a social worker. If I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder, don't take away those titles from me because I'm still me. So that's a very powerful message that we want to give to people, and it is really crucial to talk about it and seek help before it takes control of your entire life. So mental health challenges can range from mild and moderate emotional issues to serious and chronic psychiatric diagnosis. And stress plays very important role as a trigger for the onset of mild depression and anxiety. And I'm going to now bring another speaker or another presenter who is going to bring a very, very unique perspective to the treatment modalities of mental health. So, many of us know that there are various treatment modalities to manage the symptoms of mental health conditions. And it includes medications, psychotherapy, healthy lifestyle, stress management, healthy eating, sleep. All these things are actually considered to be one of the part of the treatment for any kind of mental health condition. Also, as an alternative treatment modality, some people also consider homeopathy, Ayurveda, and naturopathy for treating the mental health or psychiatric conditions. So, our next presenter has a professional background in homeopathy. And is it called homeopath or homeopathy? Homeopath. And she will share some important points on treatment of mild mental health conditions in homeopathy. So, Dr. Smita Mahajan, she will be talking a little bit about the treatment as well as some minor and mild mental health conditions like stress and anxiety. I give floor to Smita. Smita, I think you have to bring your head little up because
Okay.
that's good.
Is it okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So, hello everyone, and thank you, Meher, and thank you, Rekha, for this great initiative in creating and increasing awareness on mental and emotional health. I also thank you for giving me an opportunity today to talk about mental health and holistic medicine. So, 10th of October, as we all know, it's years to this year World Mental Health Day comes in. the time of COVID pandemic, and this year the mental health has severely been impacted because of the increasing the social isolation, the increasing unemployment, the unprecedented levels of stress we are encountering in our daily lives. And it is becoming more and more difficult to adjust to the new normal life. So this has created a lot of, unfortunately, this year we are expected to see a significant rise in mental health disorders post-COVID. How homeopathy can help is because of the with this increasing side effects of the conventional psychiatric medications, the withdrawal reactions affecting the quality of life. Now the time has come to open up the doors to deal with this problem in a better and alternative way. The whole world is awakening about alternative medicine, and homeopathy has a lot to offer in psychiatric illnesses. It has shown great results in various psychiatric conditions like anxiety, depression, OCD, panic disorders, and bipolar, and even it plays an important role in behavioral disorders of children like ASD and ADHD, to name a few. Um, so first of all, let's think in this way. Every disease begins in mind first. So most of the diseases are psychosomatic in nature. The disease is just an outward expression of the internally deranged vital force, which is caused by the disturbance in mind. So it's very important to treat the person at the mental level first. So homeopathic interactions are they involve extensive and in-depth interactions with the person, and through case taking, we try to assess the patient on a much deeper level. We want him or her to express their everything. What is suppressing, they are allowed to open up, and so basically it's an integrated mind and body consultation process. Homeopathy offers an approach that could play a significant role in enhancing the psychotherapeutic process. And it is safe, gentle, non-toxic, and it is based on completely holistic principles. And the best part is it's not non-habit forming, and it is economic and efficient as well. So there is now a need to widen our horizons and a need to open ourselves and try to incorporate integrative approaches while treating patients, along with psychotherapy, counseling, cognitive behavior therapy, group therapy, and of course homeopathy. So when a patient comes in our clinic, our basic aim is to approach his or her health. Along with homeopathy, we try to advise our patients with the techniques to improve their lifestyle by using mindfulness meditation or giving dietary advice, and also involving making dietary changes. And we also advise them to use internet-based cognitive behavior therapy. Since I have been working in CAMH, I know a lot about these internet-based cognitive behavior therapy. And there are a couple of apps which people can use, which are for free on the internet. It's called the WISA, the WYSA WISA app, or the WOBOT. And even the Mind Beacon services, which the government of Ontario is providing for free. So I would encourage people who are suffering from mild to moderate or any even severe symptoms of anxiety or depression, or who feel they fall in that category, who might suffer from the psychiatric illness. They should once check out these apps, which would really help them cope with the ongoing stress. So I can't stress enough how homeopathy and psychotherapy go hand in hand to help tackle mental health disorders. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity, Rekha.
Thank you so much. And I think, yeah, it was very interesting to know that the homeopathy and psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is such a powerful treatment modality for any kind of mild and even serious mental health condition. And it was really encouraging to know that, like, you can access the online free psychotherapy, CBT, that's a cognitive behavior therapy, which is a very, very commonly used and very effective psychotherapy tool. And it definitely improves the symptoms of in the mental health conditions such as depression, panic disorder, anxiety disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders. So these are all are the kind of alternative treatment modalities. And I think when we are looking into the how do you treat some of the mental health disorders or psychiatric disorders, it's very important to know the other options as well. Because of course like there are certain conditions and certain stages of certain conditions that will definitely need the medical intervention. But when the person is stable on the symptoms, I think that's the best time that you offer these kind of alternative treatment options, and that will definitely help to strengthen that person's recovery. I really loved the idea of accessing the online psychotherapy, even for mild stress, because many times you are so stressed and you are not able to really manage that stress, and it can manifest into, maybe mild depression or anxiety disorder. And that's why I think it's very important to get help in time. And Dr. Smita mentioned about COVID a little bit. And oh my gosh, I cannot even kind of, believe that COVID, this particular pandemic, has profoundly changed the lives, especially more so when people are not able to do the normal things, and that is kind of very, very challenging experience for us, because the things which are considered to be or which have been very normal activities of life, and if when we are not able to perform those normal activities of lives, it can definitely leave a very profound and very deep impact on our emotional, social, and mental well-being. And that's why I'm going to invite now Elena to present a monologue which is written by herself. And this is a kind of conversation that she wants to make about this global pandemic called coronavirus. It has impacted each and every person on this earth, and that's why I think it's important to have this kind of conversation, that how is it impacting our inner being, our emotional well-being, and our social well-being. So over to Elena.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Alina Gearhart. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of World Mental Health Day on behalf of MEHAR. This is an amazing opportunity that allows people's voices, opinions, and experiences to be shared with everyone without the fear of judgment. This also allows everyone to be comfortable and confident in their own story, knowing they have support from the whole community, and that it is okay to ask for help from someone. The story of this story is a representation and overall experience of an average teenage girl during COVID-19. This is not my story, neither someone else's. However, I am writing on behalf of my own experiences and overall teenage lifestyle. The entire world is shut down. What teenager even thinks about this? No one. Exactly my point. No one ever thought this experience would happen during their lifetime, but it did. Life as we know it came to a full stop, which meant no more school, friends, and a social life. What? No, that cannot happen. This is every teenage girl's worst nightmare. Living at home, being glued to your parents 24/7, not to mention not being able to see your friends. The only way to get the latest high school gossip and drama is through Snapchat or FaceTime calls with your bestie. But how are you supposed to talk about the hot hockey boys when your parents are right downstairs or outside your door listening in on your conversation? Get out, bro! Plus, your sibling walking in on all your girl convos? How has life come to this? How is it that I am experiencing a global pandemic that hasn't happened for almost 100 years before my first real high school party? The movie like high school experience is officially ruined thanks to COVID. Instead of getting ready with your besties, blasting your favorite loud music in your bedroom, awaiting the party of your life, you're at home rewatching Gossip Girl for the fifth time in your PJs. Most people think it's easy being a teenage girl. Trust me, it was until the pandemic hit. The normal let's meet at the mall or watch a movie is way different now. You can't just get up and go. You have to book in advance or get prepared. Instead, we online shop. But how much online shopping can you do? Going to the movies, mall, and restaurants are now like walking into the hospital. Medical masks and sanitizers everywhere you go. Now you actually have to be aware of your surroundings and can't goof off with your friends when hanging out. The general feeling of happiness was taken away without all the craziness of school, friends, and boys. Summer 2020 was stolen like a quick gush of wind. This summer was supposed to be the best summer of our lives. Milestone 16th birthdays, going to the beach, traveling with your besties, all is canceled. We can't do normal summer things anymore. How am I supposed to celebrate my 16th birthday? Have everyone show up wearing shirts that say COVID free? Like, how lame. Instead, 16-year-olds are experiencing exasperated loneliness on their birthdays. I'm going crazy living like this. When is life going to be back to normal? Will it ever be the same? I think so. Life has changed, and there's really nothing we can do about it except be our usual kind, positive, and generous selves during a time where we don't really know what's going to happen. What is going to happen? Thank you.
Wow. See, like, I mean, that's what is happening around us. Like, people are so anxious, people are so overwhelmed, people are so worried about what is going to happen. No one knows that. So, and this is first time that like people are experiencing that in their lives, because I think, I mean, there was no such bigger issue that like impacted the entire world. And this is like, this is very, very powerful kind of incident or powerful crisis that is going to probably change our life and has changed our lives to a large extent. I mean, people are trying to get used to the digital quality of life, but not everyone is that kind of expert or competent in accessing the apps and the accessing the web-based tools to connect with their loved ones, to connect with their social support system. And I think this is the time that people who are privileged, people who are better, people who are more competent, and people who are able to extend that help to those who really need. That's very important. That like people like people who are not able to maybe go to work or go to school, they can still do something to make a difference in someone's life. So, on this occasion of World Mental Health Day celebration, we as MEHAR community, we really want to tell that this is the kind of celebration of Mental Health Day that we want to continue. And if anybody who is watching this, please watch this full episode. Also, like this video and share it on social media. forward it to all your friends, because I think there is a lot to learn from these 20 minutes conversation. And I think it's a good beginning that, like, the younger generation has joined Mehar, and I feel extremely privileged and extremely blessed as a Mehar, as an organization, because we have on one hand, we have people like Helena and Mitali, and on other hand, we have individuals who are in their 80s, and they have written poems for our upcoming poetry project. So it's extremely fulfilling, and it's extremely gratifying, and I think it's all because of people like you who came and who joined us. And I hope that we will continue to do even more beautiful work in the future. So these kind of conversations are going to be actually regularly happening, and we will be talking about many such conversations. We will be initiating or beginning, which actually are very much important to bring on the dining table, or to bring in the living room, to bring in the party, or to bring on the in the restaurant where different families are having dinner or enjoying social time. Often it is observed that people are not comfortable talking about mental health. They will be happily talking about, oh, I had I just got the borderline sugar. I'm diabetic. I have some cholesterol issues, but nobody will be saying that, like, I just got diagnosed with major depression. So there is brain is such an important organ of a human body, and the health, brain health, is so important to enjoy the life fully. And even if you have everything, but if your brain is not healthy, you really cannot enjoy the good quality of life. And that's why it's very, very important that, like, we must promote brain health. We must promote emotional health and social well-being. Continue watching our videos, continue going on our page, and continue sharing your ideas about how we can contribute in terms of increasing, promoting awareness around emotional, social, and mental health conditions that are really, really impacting the quality of our lives. I want to share the number and the information for contact. Before that, I want to ask each one of you if you have any message on the day of World Mental Health.
Okay, I'll start. I think mental health for teenagers, especially, it's a really confusing part, going to school every day and coming home and trying to tell your parents what's going on. But I think you have to be the certain person. You got to put yourself forward to try. You got to try. You got to be yourself. You got to understand that life just gets harder from here. And there will be times when you're just crashing down. But at the end of the day, you're going to look back at like yourself and you're going to think, I made it. And that is so important.
Yeah, exactly. Next.
Yeah, so I would like to convey a message that on this World Mental Health Day to people that there is nothing wrong in having certain disease, as Rekha mentioned, that people are very open to express that they have diabetes or they have cholesterol issues or some other problem. Why not mental health? Mind is also a part of the body. Like, you need to give importance, and there is no harm or there is no shame in saying it, to expressing that to the world. And please ask for help, because we are here to help. There are certified psychotherapists, there are certified doctors who are going to help you out. You just need to come out of your world and express yourself in a better way, and take help from us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very well said.
I think also on this mental health day, we need to recognize that we're living in a world that's totally different now. So we need to understand that even though we can't physically be with a person to talk to them, you can always pick up a phone, text somebody, call them, and know that somebody is always there for you.
Yeah.
And that you shouldn't feel alone at your house. Like, even if you are alone, you can always go, someone is always available for you, and that it's okay to talk about it, because people are scared, people are unaware, and they feel less of a person when they have a mental health issue, when really it's not that big of a deal. Because if you look around the room, every single person has some sort of issue with themselves, because nobody is perfect. So it is totally fine, and people should totally be aware that, yeah, it's normal.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think now one of the line that you said is like anyone having any kind of mental health diagnosis is, as a human being, is no less than the other person.
Yeah.
Does not have that, and that's what, like, the system should acknowledge that, and the communities should acknowledge that. And I think that's what is going to really make a change. I want to say my message from which is on behalf of MEHAR. MEHAR strongly believes in the power of art, and art is really, really powerful to bring the transformation, and it really provokes our mind, and it can really create a very deeper understanding of the issues which are like so serious in nature and so complex in nature. And that's why we have decided that we will utilize the power of art to to enhance the understanding about mental health, emotional health, and the issues that might be very complex but not talked in general. So people who are blessed with the artistic talents, please spread a word to those people, and they have a huge to contribute to MEHAR, and we would really look forward to actually connect with more and more people from different age groups, and do something, continue to do something really beautiful, really entertaining and interesting, as well as very useful. And you can join our team to act. You can join our team to write poetries. And that's why, like, I want to give our number. Our number is 416-845-4612. That's the MEHAR's phone number. We also have a website, which is www.meharcanada.com, and we have a Facebook page. It is under my Facebook profile, and the Facebook page is, if you Google Mehar Canada, it will take you to our Facebook page. Please do visit our Facebook page, because we post all these little productions and creations that we complete to spread awareness around mental health. We always post it there, and do spread a word about joining us to contribute your artistic talent, your any other administrative talent, or any other talent. With this, I thank you all, Dr. Smita Mahajan, Elena Girdhar, and Mitali Guruji. It was great having you, and I'm sure that people are really going to enjoy this session and also learn a lot from this. And I really look forward to have you all again on some different topic.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.